Hey everyone, welcome back to the Forge, and today we're talking paint. Okay, before we get started mixing paint, you're going to need a couple things. One is a bottle. I like to use a 200 ml bottle. It's easy to keep track of the measurements that you're going to need. The next is the thinner that you made in the previous video, some Pledge Floor Care, or I think it's called Revive It now, and a paint strainer. And then of course you're also going to need your paint. So basically all you're going to do is you're going to add about 50 milliliters of the Pledge to the bottom of your jar. Then you're going to add 50 milliliters of paint. Doesn't matter which type of paint, any type of water-based paint is going to work for this. Craft store paint or house paint, doesn't really matter. Next, you're going to top that up with 100 milliliters of the thinner. So if you noticed, it's kind of a mix of 1-to-1 of the Pledge and the paint, then a 1-to-1 again of the thinner to the paint mixture that you just made. So give that a good shake, make sure it's all fully dissolved, run it through the paint strainer, and you're good to go. You now just made yourself 200 milliliters of airbrushable, sprayable paint. This thing's ran through all the way down to a 0.2 millimeter airbrush. Its coverage is really quite good depending on the pigment that's being used. I find black and dark colors are much better than the light ones, but of course your mileage may vary. You may have to thin things down a little more than the consistency. I like the consistency of chocolate milk. It tends to work for me, but there you go. There's one method that you can make some really cheap, effective paint. So there you have it, guys. That's the paint that I use to paint all of my projects, kind of like this one right here. That was done all with just, believe it or not, house paint and craft acrylics that I got at Michael's. So, I mean, you don't have to spend a ton of money on paint to get great results. Once it's top coated and cleared, it behaves just like any other acrylic paint. So don't be afraid to get out there and try some other paints that you might not have used. Just because it doesn't come out of an aerosol can doesn't mean you can't paint your armor with it. I get results like this. Everything I use turned out like this. Turns out great. Very durable and hard to scratch. That's just another bonus. If you like the video, if you like these tips that I've been giving you guys, like and share. Make some comments down below. Let me know what your success has been like. I'd love to hear from you and see how it goes. But then again, until next time, see you in the next one.